Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 3, where I was just investigating here what exactly is going on with our railways. And I mean, this isn't our railway, this is our railway here. So what I was specifically looking at is why is it costing us so much to run our railways? And the answer to that is the price for coal and engines and steel are all extremely high. I mean, the price for steel is moderately high, but the price for coal and engines are both extremely high, and the price for transportation is extremely low. Now, I was just thinking about this, and I'm feeling like this might be a bit of a design flaw in Victoria. Specifically because, as far as I can tell, for inland provinces, there is no way to increase infrastructure without building more trains. But in order to not flood the market with transportation, you're going to lose market access. It feels like a catch-22, where you're in a situation, and yes, we are pretty low on our infrastructure usage here. That's for sure, for sure. We definitely don't need to expand our infrastructure here for a while. But in locations like this makes transportation costs extremely low, which should be good for the economy, but what it ends up meaning is that we have to subsidize our railways to an extremely high degree. But I would like to point out that we're not really flooding the market in any meaningful way with transportation. We are attempting to maintain our infrastructure cap, and that's it. So I feel like that might be a slight design flaw, that the cost, and maybe this is intended by Paradox, I don't know, but the cost of rail lines feels like it goes up exponentially with infrastructure. And the reason for that is because in order to maintain your infrastructure levels, you end up tanking the cost of transportation. It feels weird. I think it's manageable, but it feels weird. So I'm going to continue thinking about that and seeing how I feel about that particular situation. But let's just go ahead and tick forward here. We are running a deficit right now. And that deficit is virtually entirely because of our subsidies. I mean, it's also because we're constructing. But if we weren't paying subsidies, we would not be running a deficit. But our subsidies are very much in a catch-22. And that's because of the way that market access and ticket prices interact. It's very strange. I am seeing a lot of coal mines being expanded here, and that is a good thing. That's exactly what we want to see right now. We want to see coal mines, and we want to see motor industries. In fact, we may want to queue up some motor industries and some steel mills of our own here. So specifically, motor industries up to like level 5. I over-queued here. Let's cancel some of these. I only wanted to take these up to level 5 for the time being. So I'm going to cancel a couple of those. I think one more. Okay, let's see if that's correct. Yes. Fantastic. So we're kind of going to be flooding the market here, right? And I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that we flood the market with engines, and that's what we want. We want the price to start plummeting on engines so that our subsidies drop. So that's the goal there. I'm also going to expand some steel mills. We're going to take these up to multiples of 5 as well. About like that. Okay, fantastic. And we see that coal mines are expanding on their own. So let's get all of that underway, and that should help offset our costs to some degree. My question is, to how much of a degree? We're at 100k right now. And yeah, we can see coal and steel. Now, it's actually also engines, but that's not showing up in here for the moment. But we do see some electricity, input goods shortages, rubber, oil. Yeah, those are expected. Input goods shortages are a bit rougher for us, but it's fine. For the moment, this is okay. We are seeing some market access dropping, but we are building additional railroads, which is not going to help the price of transportation. That price is not going to come up for a while. So that is something that is noted. But for the time being, I believe that our market access will be good. So that'll be great that we aren't increasing our subsidies more. Now that we're up to 210K in our subsidy costs. But we definitely need to work on reducing our railway costs. That's for sure. So we do have a couple more railways in Westphalia being built. That's fine. They're going to be finishing up very, very shortly here. And we see Anhalt's market access drops down, but I believe I just saw that we were working on that. So I'm going to hold off on starting a construction there for the moment. Okay, Westphalia goes up to 100%. That's tooling workshops in Silesia. Did I not see this? Yeah, we're 1 week away. Cool. And we've got these up here. Can I cancel this? Yes. Okay, let's do that. We're good in these locations. We don't require additional construction there. So our market access in Anhalt is still at 98%. So we'll start up another one. Okay. North German people are migrating to France, apparently. That's not necessarily great. How are we doing with our GDP competition with France, anyway? They're at 284. So France is skyrocketing at roughly the same rate we are. They've also got substantial turmoil going on. Interesting. They seem to be increasing slower, but a bit more steadily. If I had to guess. Pan-nationalism has been unlocked. Cool. And we're at 109K for our deficit right now. I'm keeping an eye on our credit limit here. And for the moment, that seems to be reasonably okay. Beautiful. So we're going to be seeing a lot of these steel mills and these motor industries finishing up fairly soon here. And I'm really hoping that those coming online will bring down our subsidies dramatically. We're also seeing expansion of coal mines. I did not queue these up. These are automatically happening. So I don't see a need to intervene in that, if you will. Cool. Our deficit is starting to drop. Our subsidy cost is still increasing. But that's largely to be expected. Okay, a little bit of steel mills here. Fascinating. Tools, coal, and iron. We'll keep an eye on that. It's the railways that are the biggest concern, though. And honestly, demand for steel should go up pretty dramatically as we finish up all of these motor industries as well. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. With any luck, we'll drop off our subsidies a little bit. Because it's a lot to subsidize this, but we lose our market access if we don't subsidize it. So I definitely feel like that's a strange design choice. I'm not 100% sure that I'm behind that one. Because if we go into our railway here, we can see, yeah, price of transportation is at, I think, the minimum that it can be. Yeah, minus 75% of the base price. This is as low as it can get. And we're the #2 producer worldwide. That's just because we're trying to keep up with market access. And there's no other way to get market access in the provinces in question. Because looking at that, and out over here in Prussian Saxony, we're going to need additional. So if we look at our market access here, we know that we're going to need a little bit more over here. So I'll queue that up right now. Looking at our market access, if we go into Prussian Saxony, we can see that it's low because our infrastructure usage is above our infrastructure level. Okay, cool. I think ultimately what this is telling me is that we need a technology. Now that I think about it. So if we go into our development areas here and look at our technologies, or our production methods rather, we're on steam trains right now. If we were to switch to electric trains, we would stop using coal and start using electricity. Now, it would be a lot more electricity, and electricity is more expensive. But what is even more interesting than that to me is the fact that this is going to roughly double our infrastructure. So we're not going to have to expand our trains for a very long time if we do this. We need electric railways for that. So, that's here. We'll switch over to that. Okay. Now that should make our railways actually more expensive, but more efficient in keeping up with the infrastructure production. Cool. Proponents of liberal reforms are looking to spread their ideas to our neighboring countries. Okay, cool. They can do that if they want. So, +2 interest group approval from basically everybody. I like it. So that'll be absolutely fine, and with that in mind, we should get electric railways fairly soon. And that theoretically means that we're not going to need to expand any railways for a good long time. Even with this market access dropping, it's possibly acceptable. 9 to 16 months left. Okay. In that case, we probably should continue to expand railways here. But I think it's clear that we need that technology to get out of this kind of railway spiral that we find ourselves in right now. So I think that'll be the way to go. And electricity costs, well, that's going to affect a lot in our economy, actually. The price of coal is going to drop. The price of electricity is going to go up dramatically. Of course, the price of electricity is already pretty high. So how much could that actually come up? We actually can't see electricity in the market tab, which I think is strange, but whatever. So if we look in here, we can see that electricity is at 52.5, which is maxed. Okay. So we're going to have to expand our electricity production once we switch over. I think that's very clear indeed. We did lose some generals. I'm not too concerned about that right now. Coal mines are expanding, and our deficit is decreasing. Did this train just auto-expand? Fascinating. I don't think we built a train in Westphalia. But the market access has dropped, so I think that's okay. We'll allow it. We do have some unused construction production right now, and that is part of the reason why our deficit is dropping to some degree. That's good. We want that. We want our deficit to go away. But for the time being, yeah, there's definitely railways being queued up. Okay. So if this railway is queued up, we're currently subsidizing this to the tune of 20K per week. So they're building their cash reserves. No. So how did that get expanded, is my question. Interesting. Well, there's hand-cranked machine guns. Sure. That'll be fine. And we're actually positive in our cash for the time being. That's absolutely fascinating. Are we reaching an equilibrium in our construction at long last? Perhaps. We'll keep an eye on that. We can currently see 22 weeks. We're definitely getting a lot of railways queued up here, and that's concerning to me. Very concerning. We're paying 231k in subsidies on railroads. So, perhaps we should say, from here, there's no more automatic expansion of railways allowed. We will handle expansion of railways. Okay, so let that finish up. And there's a lot of market access dropping off. I suspect that's why it's expanding these railways, to be honest. I think that's the reason for that, but I don't know that for a fact. What we're really waiting on here is getting electric railways. We're now 5 to 8 months left on that. 4 to 8 months. Cool. So we should have that fairly soon. We're back to maxing out our construction queue. The good word of the revolution, huh? Yep, we'll get more approval. Cool. So that'll be absolutely fine. We're getting all of this expansion done. And how are we doing in comparison to France's GDP? We're 17 million behind them. I feel like we're narrowing that gap. I really do. I also want to check 54.3k in interest. Noted. Definitely noted there. Okay, that sounds good. So we're still working on getting some of this done. I mean, that's all just automatically expanding, right? Hello, what is this? Separatists are organizing in our country, specifically Polish separatists. So what can we do about that? They're discriminated against. And they're well below our standard of living. But they're above the minimum expected standard of living. Okay. So every week this is changed by 14.5%. So Posen will secede at this rate. Okay. What can we do about Posen? That's this off over here. Okay. 43.2%. Hang on. I thought that if turmoil is less than 50%, progress will be reduced. They're at 43.2. That looks like less than 50% to me. There's something I'm not understanding here, clearly. I'm clearly not understanding something here. Once complete, the homelands will separate from the rest of the country, which will automatically start a diplomatic play to return them to the fold. You can stop an uprising by reducing turmoil among pops in that culture in your country, and you can slow it down using the Home Affairs Institution. Okay. Well, that's interesting for sure. Where do we see our institutions, then? Let's pin this open quick. Probably under here. Yes, institutions. Home Affairs. So we're currently at level 1. We can bump this up. That'll take 50 weeks. Okay, well, we don't really have time for that, but sure. So this diplomatic play is going to happen. And overall, I think that that's not a major issue. We should be able to handle it. We have 107 battalions in reserve here, of course, because we need to get another general. So we should handle that now, since we know that we're going to have a diplomatic play happening soon. We're going to need to recruit a general. in the Rhine HQ. Okay. And now we can promote this guy. And promote this guy. And promote this guy. Okay, do we still have any of these in reserve? Yes. Where are they? Maybe they don't exist. "43 battalions in reserve." I don't know where. I guess 36 in the North Germany HQ? So then, and 7 in the Rhine HQ. Gotcha. So we should promote this guy again then. And then promote this guy. Right? He's in the Rhine HQ? Yes. Something like that. Now there's 16 battalions in reserve, and they're at the North Germany HQ. So I think that we have to have another general here, if I recall correctly. So we will recruit another general into the North Germany HQ, and this guy's fine. Cool. There we go. So that's no longer a problem. Now we do have the duel. Otto von Bismarck has challenged Albrecht von Roon to a duel to the death. Okay. I thought that we already banned dueling, but sure, we'll ban it again. Excellent. So the Polish secession is going to happen. I think there's no real way we can change that. But they only have 15 regiments. This doesn't appear to be a major problem to me. We're also turning a profit at this moment. My next question is, how's our market access looking? Okay, so here's that diplomatic play. We knew that this was going to happen, and we are going to immediately mobilize this guy. We're going to have him advance this front. Cool. Now the question is anybody going to join? Austria would be the ones to do so, if they were going to. So we'll see if that happens. Polish uprising has begun conscription and mobilization. Cool. For the moment, we're continuing to construct. If we need to, we can change that around. Currently, nobody is looking to join anywhere. And that's perfect. We want people to stay neutral. France declared neutrality. They broke their defensive pact to do that, which I don't love. But they did declare their neutrality. Stirring radicalism, huh? It could happen anywhere. Okay. So are we going to mobilize additional troops? At this moment, I don't feel like it's necessary. I think we're reasonably fine. As far as this diplomatic play over here goes, we definitely lean towards Scandinavia. Cool. Okay. So I'm just keeping an eye on this situation here. The US began embargoing France. Awkward. But we're making money right now. And so far, this is looking good. I think they're going to back down. Great Britain, Scandinavia have declared neutrality. they're considered uncertain at this point. Nobody's helping them. And time is almost up. Okay. We are at war with the Polish uprising. This is not going to be particularly problematic, I don't think. But we'll see how this ends up going. A revolutionary for our time, huh? Okay. So let's see how this goes. Looks like the bar fills. And we've also got disease among the wounded. Okay. Civilian assistance sounds good. We're continuing to construct. There's our electric railways done. So let's go ahead and flip those over. This is going to be potentially awkward right away at the beginning. But let's see. We're suddenly making a lot more because it looks like our construction queue is a lot lower now. So we're seeing an ongoing battle over here. That we are currently winning. Cool. Yeah, we're definitely clearly winning that. A clear victory for us. They only have the one regiment left. And there we go. Beautiful. So we win a battle there. And that's the current war support? Got it. Well, we'll just continue pushing in the bar, and then I guess that'll give us a chance for another engagement? Yes. Down over here. And once again, they're just getting crushed. So that's perfect. We see their war support dropping. And we're making money at this point, so that's excellent. We're actually not researching a technology, though. And I'm going to go back to nitrogen fixation. There we go. Cool. So we win this battle. And we see that drop. So this guy is currently mobilized and is idling. There's no fronts to advance. Okay. Did we win? There are no fronts to attack, no fronts to advance. That's interesting. So, do we have to do a peace deal here? They're not currently accepted. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here exactly. I let it tick forward a little bit there, and yeah, there's just no fronts to advance. Huh. Well, it is past time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and in between episodes, I'll see if I can figure out what exactly is going on here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Kazaral, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.